Today, the Delhi High Court wrapped 3 Congress leaders and asked them to remove their comments on Smriti Irani and her daughter. Remember, this came on the back of a defamation case that had been filed by Ms. Irani against Congress leaders who had made allegations that Smriti Irani's daughter ran a restaurant and a bar in Goa and that she had, in fact, obtained a license illegally in the name of a dead man. In the order, the single judge bench also said that prima facie, it seemed that there was indifference to facts and that there was defamatory articles put up, defamatory content put up against the minister. There were also instructions that all of this social media posts should be removed within 24 hours or the platforms would be told to take action. Soon after that, the BJP said that this is typical of the Congress, which in the past also has had to face ridicule and embarrassment when they were forced to go back on their original words.
Without hearing the other side, how could the High Court conclude and give the judgment? And on the basis of plaint filed by Smriti Irani ji, if that becomes a judgment, it's unfortunate. And I will say that High Court should reconsider.
मुझे लगता है कि उन दो नेताओं को जो वो फेक न्यूज़ की फैक्ट्री चलाते हैं उसका जवाब हाईकोर्ट में ही जाकर देना चाहिए. ये कानूनी एक प्रोसेस है. उस पर मुझे लगता है कोर्ट ने जो कहा है, that in itself is a very big statement about the fake news factory that is being propagated.
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 2 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Ehtisham Hashmi, lawyer, joins us. Sanju Verma, national spokesperson of the BJP. Ms. Verma, it's only a process of law, not really a reprimand.
You know, Padmaja, I think the judgment by Justice Mini Pushkarna, it very categorically said that prima facie the plaintiff, the balance of convenience lies with the plaintiff and not with the defendant. We all know defendants in this case are Pawan Khera, Neta D'Souza and Jairam Ramesh, and plaintiff is Smriti Irani. I just want to quickly say one very important thing, that the show cause notice by the Excise Commissioner to Silly Souls, the cafe which is in the eye of the storm. Nowhere does the Excise Commissioner show cause notice either mention Smriti Irani or Smriti Irani's 18-year-old daughter, point number 1. Point number 2, I can understand given ideological differences, politicians are given to bickering, politicians are given to slandering, politicians are given to mudslinging, but to get somebody's 18-year-old daughter, I think that is extremely unkind and graceless. And the most important point is this: I have been in the corporate sector, I know more than a thing or two. Assuming hypothetically, Padmaja, that there is a situation where, you know, somebody from Smriti Irani's family, it is reported that her husband and son are the directors. The Companies Act 2013 clearly says that in case there is a criminal culpability, in case there is a criminal liability arising out of any action, the final buck stops at the doorstep of the majority shareholder. And I want to tell to your show, to your audience, the majority shareholder and owner is Rahul Vora. Smriti Irani or Smriti Irani's daughter are not majority shareholders or shareholders of Silly Souls.
Okay.
They have nothing to do with this business enterprise.
Okay, you know, without going into the details of this particular restaurant and the deal and the ownership, etc., because the matter is still to be decided in court, today it was very simply said, Ehtisham Hashmi, I am of the prima facie view the slanderous allegations were made against the plaintiff without verifying actual facts. Grave injury has been caused to the reputation of the plaintiff in view of the tweets, etc. From Chaukidar Chor Hai to this. Why the disregard for facts in order to defame people? This is the judge saying it. Without verifying actual facts. Ehtisham Hashmi.
What are the facts, false fact, and what are the correct facts? It is a matter of trial. And my colleague, she is appearing on another side, on the side of BJP. She just said that court has passed the judgment. So I just want to clarify to all the viewers and to you, Padmaja, as well, that it's not the judgment, it's just an order sheet. It's an usual order generally passed in these kinds of cases. And let me tell you very honestly, as a lawyer, not as a spokesperson of any political party like my friend, she is appearing for BJP. I want to say as a lawyer that Smriti Irani has filed a suit for damages and defamation, and she has asked court to grant her relief in terms of 2 crore rupees. She will not get a single penny out of it.
Sir, we cannot forecast what will happen. As of today, the court has said
you can run it on TV channel and take a screenshot of it.
Take them down.
One more thing. Let me.
Why would the court ask you to take down something if it is not defamatory? This is a blow, right, Mr. Hashmi? If you have built a pillar and the court says this is illegal, take it down.
Let me make my point. I am just answering your query. I am just trying to answer your query. May I just ask one question from my learned friend from BJP? She is a BJP spokesperson. I just want to pose one simple question.
Yes.
What is defamation according to her fine sense of wisdom and legal acumen? What is defamation? And from where she read about this
Okay, how is it defamatory? If you are talking about a license, why is it defamatory?
From where you read the
Hashmi is saying, forget about taking down things, this is not defamation only. Sanju Verma.
Padmaja, the gentleman on the other side.
It's a civil trial going on before High Court of Delhi.
Please, I did not interrupt you. You asked a question, you have the patience to listen. आपने सवाल पूछा कि जवाब सुनिए.
Okay.
You asked me.
I apologize.
You asked me the definition of defamation. Please go and educate yourself. You're a lawyer. Defamation as per section 499 of the IPC. When you
I can tell you the definition of defamation. Defamation is the publication of a statement which tends to a lower person in the estimate of right-thinking member of the society. Please increase your knowledge. Please read some good books.
Okay, again, very respectfully, please, why did not
you don't know anything about law. You don't know anything about Delhi High Court.
Okay, this is not a moot court, sir. We are not here to go into legal definitions. Thank you very much for giving that definition. Let's not heckle. Let's have a more basic argument. How is what was said defamatory? Sanju Verma, how was it defamatory? Mr. Hashmi, please do not heckle.
But you don't want to
30 seconds, Sanju Verma.
And every day.
How is it defamatory? Please, can we have 30 seconds of silence? How is it defamatory? Sanju Verma.
For those
Padmaja,
your leader.
I just want to say one very important thing. I think you mentioned it in your introduction. Let's be very clear. Right from folded hands, Rahul Gandhi going and saying, fine, I apologize for saying RSS was responsible for the killing of Mahatma Gandhi in 2018, to with folded hands asking for an apology from the late Arun Jaitley when he said Arun Jaitley was giving undue favors to Vijay Mallya, to apologizing in the Justice Loa related frivolous allegations made by him, to Rahul Gandhi apologizing in the Rafale case. The Supreme Court asked him to apologize. He still went around saying, Chaukidar chor hai. Finally, Meenakshi Lekhi had to file a contempt of court case against him. So the Congress Darbari and Rahul Gandhi, they are repeat habitual offenders because their political capital has been undermined by a lady no less than Smriti Irani.
Okay, let Ehtisham Hashmi respond to that. Answer to this being a habit, Ehtisham Hashmi. From Chaukidar Chor Hai to now this.
That minister is Smriti Irani. What act they have done? They are running an illegal restaurant and illegal liquor shop. You don't have any right. Please put a hand on your heart and say with courage that you support Smriti Irani on this issue, that she is running an illegal liquor shop and illegal restaurant.
Rahul Gandhi ko jab chunav mein Amethi mein haraaya, wo baat aaj tak Congress.
Why don't you want to debate on inflation? Why don't you want to debate on corruption? Why didn't you want to debate on unemployment? Because you don't know about anything about Indian
system. This is a great
system.
point to circle back to Mr. Hashmi. Let me also remind you that the press conference which led to this defamation case was not on inflation, it was also about a bar license. The same could be argued for that press conference also. Why wasn't it on inflation? Why was it on a bar license? Be that as it may, within 24 hours the court has said this content has to be taken down. The Congress leaders are clear, we are not going to do it. We'll keep a close eye on what happens next. Thanks very much, Mr. Hashmi, Sanju Verma, for joining me. Thanks for watching.